What's going on, everybody? This is Travis from Candid at the Movies, and today I will be giving you the top 10 DC films before the DCEU and the current DCU. Now, a lot of people state that they are super Marvel fans. There's nothing as good as Marvel, even though there are people that love DC and don't want to give DC the respect and love that it deserves. And I'm going to give you the best DC films that have came out before the DCEU and before the current DCU ran by James Gunn. Now, number 10, we'll start out with Constantine. Everybody loves John Wick. Everybody loves Keanu Reeves. But definitely Constantine is one of those films that more than anything, it makes you appreciate how different a character John Constantine is. He battles with the light and dark side of the other world. And more than anything, he definitely shows you that he's a caring character, even though everyone wants him, whether it's a demon or an angel. And I can definitely say it's one of the more serious and funny roles that I've seen Keanu in, and it's definitely underappreciated of a film. Number 9 is Batman Begins. Batman Begins is definitely the start of the Christopher Nolan films dealing with Batman, and it's definitely set in a grounded tone. You don't go to where the craziness that Batman can go, but it definitely makes it to where it's one of those Batman movies where you can actually see the person doing this in real life, going to study, learning how to get all of their equipment together just to be this vigilante. And it definitely is a great performance by Christian Bale, one of his more underrated performances because a lot of people just watch The Dark Knight. And I can definitely say Batman Begins is something that'll make you appreciate being a Batman fan and actually seeing all that Bruce Wayne does outside of just being rich. Number 8 is Batman Forever. Now, we can all say we love Val Kilmer, may he rest in peace. We all know that this was probably not the best Batman movie in the 90s, but more than anything, it was probably one of the more entertaining Batman movies. With that, you're having Jim Carrey at an all-time high, Tommy Lee Jones hamming it up, and more than anything, you could tell everybody actually had fun in this movie. And with the 90s camp that Joel Schumacher brought in, more than anything, it makes you appreciate what we had in the 90s and how far we've come from movies in the 90s, especially with comic book movies. Number 7 is Superman 2. Now, Superman 2 is definitely something that everyone loved and appreciated when it came out in 1981. You got all of the greatness that was in the original film. You have Gene Hackman, Margot Kidder, Christopher Reeve is back. And then you even just have even the small bit characters that are in the movie, even General Zod making his triumphant battle in this movie. And you definitely appreciate what this movie did in that short amount of time in the early years of comic book films. And more than anything, it makes you appreciate technology that we had at that time and how much they were doing some amazing stuff at that time. Number 6 is V for Vendetta. V for Vendetta is a film that I know a lot of people have grown to love over the years, and especially with how highly political the movie is. It definitely shows you of people wanting to do an uprise, go against the government, and more than anything, it makes you see it on the level of the common man. Not so much like you see it in regular movies where it's just from the higher powers up. Seeing it from the common man and how he inspires people to uprise and make a change is one of the more beautiful films. And it's definitely for something that came out in 2006. It was before its time. And even to this day, you can watch it now and it can definitely make you want to do something about your life. And I definitely appreciate this film all the highest. Number 5, we're back with Batman, and it is Batman Returns. Batman Returns is definitely one of those films, even set as at the Christmas time. It's one of those films you can sit back, watch, have a great time, be entertained all around by every single character, from Catwoman to the Penguin to Batman himself, even down to Max Schreck of all people. It's so entertaining all around. Tim Burton at his best, and it's definitely a film that you can just put on at any time and enjoy. Number 4 is The Watchmen. Now, I can definitely say for the Watchmen movie, it was a film that came out at a great time and at a bad time all at the same time, which says a lot. We were in the comic book renaissance where comic book movies were starting to get really good and actually have some substance to themselves. And then the Watchmen came out right in the middle of the Dark Knight and the MCU in its early starts. And it was definitely something everyone wanted to see. It was visually beautiful, great story, and more than anything, it was already already set off of an amazing comic book that everyone loved. Did it need to be as long as it was in the theater? That's on you to judge, but more than anything, it gave you a full, complete story that was definitely amazing. And after years passing, we at least had a TV show that almost amplified the Watchmen's rewatchability even more. Number 3, The Dark Knight. Now, I know I'm probably catching hell for saying that myself. The Dark Knight is almost the perfect movie if you ever wanted a perfect movie. This is everything that you could say about Batman. The Dark Knight does it. You get the Joker. You get complex scenes. You get great action. You get a great story. Everything adds up and matches up to be a perfect film. And by all means, it can be a perfect film. I will never tell anybody that they're wrong if they say this isn't a perfect film. It is great. Nothing is wrong with this. Christopher Nolan, right up at his peak, because Christopher Nolan is amazing. He just keeps getting better and better. And this is definitely his best when it comes to comic book movies. Number 2 is Batman 1989. Now, I know a lot of people will probably say Jack Nicholson was their Joker, and I can definitely agree with you. Some people may even say that Michael Keaton is their best Batman, and I can't disagree with you there. Everything about this set off comic book movies to be a little bit more grittier, a little bit more darker. You didn't need the happiness, happy-go-lucky stuff that you usually get. This was the first time you could really say, hey, we can go darker if we choose to, and they did it perfectly in this film. Tim Burton, another amazing director, so many good actors, even down to Jack Palance just being boss Carl Grissom. Everybody did their role in this movie, and it is an amazing film. Definitely worth rewatches, and everything that you can say about this film is perfect. But the number 1 film for DC comic book movies before the DCEU and the DCU currently, it is 1978's Superman. As they stated, you will see a man fly in theaters, and it did its thing. It is definitely a film more than anything that people can sit back, enjoy, and it puts everybody in a happy place. Richard Donner is an amazing director, and he showed all to his power and abilities how you can make a Superman movie good. You can make Superman perfect. You can make people be inspired by Superman, and that's what Superman did. People don't want to give that admission, especially after the MCU and all that they have done, which are great things, but Superman was the original guy that made everybody feel happiness, hope, and that they could be better in their life, and that is what people inspire to this day to be like. And that is why 1978 Superman is the best DC film before the DCEU and the DCU currently. But let me know what you thought about this list. Do you agree with it? Are you disagree with it? Comment below, let me know. I'd love to know what you all think about it, where you rank your DC movies. Just let me know down in the comments, and we'll catch y'all later. Peace.